Every week, capable foreign safety professionals drop $600 to $800 on a NEBOSH certificate, apply for jobs in the United States, and get their resumes instantly rejected. On the flip side, experienced U.S. safety officers assume their OSHA knowledge will easily translate overseas. They apply for lucrative contracts in Dubai or London and find themselves locked out of the international market. In the safety profession, the landscape is defined by NEBOSH, IOSH, and the OSHA 30 program. Treating these certifications as interchangeable will drain your training budget and stall your progression for months. They serve different legal jurisdictions and career levels. The actual value of these courses is dictated by your geographic location and specific career trajectory. Before you spend a single dollar, you need to answer 3 questions. First, what is your exact geographic location and target job market? Second, are you pursuing a dedicated safety specialist role, or are you in general operational management with safety tacked onto your duties? Third, what is your realistic budget regarding both financial cost and the sheer number of study hours you can commit? Note that this is educational career guidance. Every employer has specific nuances, so always verify requirements with your target companies. Answering these 3 questions right now prevents you from grinding through a credential that won't actually help you get hired. Let's start with the NEBOSH International General Certificate, or IGC. This is a globally recognized academic standard, requiring a heavy input of over 105 total study hours. It is also the most expensive option on the table. You can expect to pay anywhere between $800 and $1,200 to complete it. NEBOSH tests you with rigorous, open-book scenario assessments. You have to analyze risk and apply frameworks, not just memorize codes. Because of that, unprepared candidates face a high failure rate. This chart shows the compensation difference for safety officers in the Middle East. Holding a NEBOSH certificate drives a 16 to 30% salary premium, pushing annual earnings straight into the $70,000 to $95,000 range. Here is the central trade-off. If you take that expensive British credential to a domestic construction contractor in Ohio, they likely won't care. It is academic overkill for purely U.S.-regulated sites. And if you underestimate the required study time and fail the exam, that significant financial investment is entirely lost. NEBOSH provides the baseline qualification for international safety roles. However, for a purely U.S.-based career, the cost rarely translates into a return on investment. Next is OSHA 30. This is a fast 30-hour compliance training focused strictly on U.S. federal regulations, specifically codes like 29 CFR 1910 and 1926. The financial input is highly accessible. You can complete the course online for about $150 to $189. What you are buying is the Department of Labor completion card, which provides mandatory site access. Without this card, you cannot legally step onto most commercial construction or manufacturing projects in America. It is the absolute baseline. The major trade-off is jurisdiction. Take that same DOL card to a job site in Europe or the Gulf, and it holds no value for those international employers. It also rarely drives a standalone salary increase. To see a real bump in pay in the US, you have to pair OSHA 30 with a higher-level credential, like a certified safety professional designation. OSHA 30 provides the legal minimum required to step onto a site. It lacks the management depth needed to secure a lead safety role. Finally, we have IOSH Managing Safely. This is a practical program, requiring only about 22 hours of study. The financial input stays low, typically costing between $125 and $250. It also features an extremely high exam pass rate of over 90%. What it delivers is a foundational safety framework and practical liability protection for individuals managing active teams. It is built specifically for team leaders, site supervisors, and production managers who need to oversee daily operations. But here is the rigid trade-off. An IOSH Managing Safely certificate will absolutely not qualify you for a dedicated health and safety officer role. It is a powerful operational management tool, but pursuing it to become a safety specialist will lead straight to a dead end. This map shows the geographic divide. NEBOSH is the standard in the UK, Europe, and Middle East, while OSHA is required in the US. Now, plotting effort against career impact, up in the top right, NEBOSH demands intense study and high financial investment, but yields the highest international impact. The international sectors, like global energy, base their safety officer pay scales almost entirely on NEBOSH credentials. Comparing these certifications shows that your choice depends entirely on which market you intend to work in. Here is the final verdict. If you are working in the US, especially in construction or manufacturing, OSHA 30 is your mandatory first ticket in the door. For dedicated safety professionals in the UK, Europe, or the Middle East, the NEBOSH IGC serves as the standard requirement for management-level hiring. If you are a general manager, HR director, or team leader, IOSH Managing Safely gives you the required leadership framework without a grueling time commitment. If you found this breakdown useful, here's what I want you to do right now. 3 things. Takes 30 seconds. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the link in the description to download our free certification roadmap. Whatever path you choose, NEBOSH, IOSH, OSHA 30, the fact that you're here, watching this, thinking about this, that puts you ahead of most people in your workplace. See you next time.